Tim, companies need to have a strong sales process in order to grow. You've spent 30 years in the sales industry, so what is essential for every company when it comes to selling?
Grace Dunbar, great question, because today we are in a market, we are in a business cycle where there appears to be disruption, right? Social media, AI, all of these things. But I'm going to tell you something. What has been true for the last 30 years that I've been in the sales industry, and what will be true for the next 30 years, and my guess is the next 200 years. There are two things that you must get your arms around as a company if you want a strong, solid path to growth through your sales department. The first one is you have to connect with your client. Too often, sales becomes transactional. And I'm worried today with AI and all of these other social media advents that have come into the industry that we're going to lose that personal touch. And I assure you, the company that invests so much in that, but they forget the connection with the client, I think you're going to lose over the long period of time. Is AI important? Are all of these new tools important? Absolutely. But without connection with your client, if it just simply becomes transactional in the process, where they believe all you care about is paying that invoice, you don't really understand their business. You don't really understand solutions for their business. You don't listen. Too often, everyone thinks that silver-tongued sales rep is the way to go. The guy or the gal that just comes in and talks your ear off. Oh, they'd be great in sales. We've all said it. It's not true. The best sales reps I've ever seen are people who listen. Why? Because they can come up with the proper solutions. And at the end of the day, that business person knows that you truly care. Let's take it to the other side. I talked about this the other day as a business owner, how to engage employees. It applies to your clients as well. They have to know you care about them. Yes, there are those business owners that you're trying to sell, that you're trying to have a relationship with, that sometimes they're just the facts ma'am, right? The old dragnet saying. They don't really want to talk about anything other than business. And that's fine. Identify that person. But most people want to know that you care about them as a human being as well, that it's not about just paying the invoice. So you have to learn to connect with them. And there's a lot of different strategies I could help you with that as well. Without a doubt, you can't be ordinary. Every company knows the importance of process. And they have processes. They may have systems involved. But you can't go through the process and just be ordinary. Step out. Do things above and beyond. Be creative. That's the beautiful thing with the sales process. You can be creative. You can come up with ideas and brainstorm. Look, if you're going in, you're making the sales call, you're following the scripts, you're trying to connect, you enter the data into your CRM, that's all great. But what can you do to make that process extraordinary? Don't be ordinary. Make it different. Make it special. If you do that, you've got something that every client is going to be interested in hearing about. There's a lot more than that. But if you fail on these two areas, if you put all your time into connecting and making sure you're not being ordinary, you're not just following a process and checking a box, you can be an extraordinary salesperson and your company can get extraordinary results. I'd love to talk to you more about your sales, how I can help. I've spent 30 years selling as both a sales rep, as a sales leader, as a business owner. And it is something I'm extremely passionate about. So if you have some questions, if you are getting good results, but you want better results, or you're not getting the results you want, reach out. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation, see if I can help. Website is washburncoaching.com. I'd love to have a conversation with you, see if I can help.